I think it'll be a special moment. I mean, for me, it'll be, I'm sure, as well as the rest of my teammates, it'll be the first time we'll see one of our own banners being hung up. So, I mean, that's something you dream of. So I think it'll be a really fun experience, and then we get to play our first game of the year. So, really fun night, and we're all looking forward to it.
How do you think this team has grown from when you first started practicing to now, right before the first game?
I think we've just grown our relationships a lot, and then just on the court, just our skill, just being more comfortable playing with each other. Obviously, Omax is gone, so we had to figure out how to, make up for what he brought to us as a unit collectively. So I think we've been able to figure that out and figure out, where we can be beat at, what our weaknesses are, and try to, pay attention to those so we can get better at those and, make them strengths.
What do you think those are? What were you working on most?
I'd say just like, defensively having that at the forefront of our mind. I think just because of, how talented like people may say we are on offense and how confident we are in each other on offense, sometimes we just think we can just, maybe win just on the offensive end, but we've been able to figure out that that's not going to be the case. And so we've been stressing just having a defensive identity and just being about defense and letting our offense take care of itself.
Stevie, when those banners drop on Monday, is that the last time you think about last season?
I wouldn't say it's the last time we think about last season. I'm sure, just like everything that happened last year, the success is an experience. So we say we have that in our pocket now. Just to, reflect on, because things didn't go perfect last year either. So reflect on those things, what went wrong, what we could have done better at that certain point. So I wouldn't say we'll forget about it. I think we'll forget about, all like the trophies, awards, and stuff. We'll forget about that. But as experience as a whole, I think we'll use that the rest of our lives.
Your preseason prognostications last year were non-existent. This year, you're the hunted, if you will. How does that mindset change as you embark on the new season?
I think as far as that, that's not really like a thing we believe as a team. Obviously we know since of all the preseason stuff, teams are gonna look forward to playing us, but we're gonna look forward to playing every single team we play as well because we didn't achieve what we wanted to achieve last year, and we know there's more to accomplish, more to go get. So we feel like we're still going after something, chasing after something, and every team we play is in the way of that. So we still got to hunt because we still got to eat.
Is there still kind of a thought of still knowing that when teams come either to Fiserv or when you're going there, they're trying to give you your best shot since you were the team that won the title?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'd be goofy not to think we're not going to get teams' best shots. But, I mean, I feel like that will just help us, get better each and every game because we're going to get teams' best shots. We're going to get teams' best games. So we got to bring our A game, be ready to go. And we're going to be pushed. And I think being pushed and challenge will help us grow throughout the season so we can reach our goal, which is ultimately to just grow more than any team throughout the country and then play our best, towards the end of the season. So, yeah.
At the open practice, Shaka said coaches do push-ups, then he did them himself. For you as a player, what kind of motivation does it provide you when you have a coach that practices what he preaches?
It provides a lot of motivation because we know that they're not just going to tell us to just do something that they wouldn't want to do themselves or don't believe we could do. I was just in the weight room before I came up here, and Coach Barry, Coach Dre, and Coach Smart were in there working out, and Todd was in there doing his own thing too. So it's just being around that. It's just one, it provides us more time to be around each other, working around each other, and then just knowing they're about what they talk about. So I think when you have leaders that do what they tell us to do and practice what they preach, it just makes us want to run through a wall for them because we know they run through a wall for us.
When you're on the eve of a season like this, when it's that first game's finally there, what kind of comes to mind for you when you know you're about to start that long journey?
Obviously, it's a lot of excitement, some nerves as well. But I think probably the main thing that's just on our mind is just the opportunity that we have in front of us, just to play with each other again. And we know our team next year is not going to be the same as this year. So just making the most of every single experience and just having a good time along the ride through the ups and the downs, and just staying to our process and what we do. And just focusing on, we've been emphasizing championship habits no matter who we're playing. Just putting out our best selves each and every time we step onto the court is probably the main thing we're focusing on.
You mentioned replacing Omax defensively. Chase was walking around back there, but he's one of the guys that's going to help fill that role. What have you seen out of him defensively over the course of the preseason?
I mean, it's just Chase. That's Chase, man. I mean, like he just like a dog, really. Like he's a dude. They say he's a dog. Like he's just gonna be a guy. I believe he's the best defender on our team, and I believe that he's gonna be a guy that people are not gonna want to go up against, and he's a guy that will put fear into other people and other teams. So I'm looking forward for him to show how much he's worked on, how much he's improved since last year, and just him getting the opportunity to take this jump is something I'm looking for. But just like for everybody, it's not going to go perfect. So that's where we are as his teammates. Stick with him, do the ups, do the downs, and just stay together. But yeah, I mean, it's like I was talking about. It's not really much to talk about. He's going to be about it soon. So
I mean, people call you the best defender on the team. He's a better defender than you are.
I mean, he's more athletic than I am, so he's got that on me. But I mean, I think he is the best. Obviously, I want to guard the best player too. But if he's on the best player, I'm in your load, Chase. I got your help. But yeah, so I think he is, and I think he's going to show that. And obviously, I'm going to try to make the point for myself, too. I got to go earn that, I feel like, in my head.
How many court slaps are you going to see on Monday?
A lot. That's part of us setting the tone, not only for the game, but for the season. And we feel like that goes into winning. So if we're not doing that, then there's other things on our minds that shouldn't be on our minds. So we're going to try to, do what we do and be what we're about. So that consists of a lot of floor slaps.
What'd you think about what Stevie said there? You were listening.
He was lying. I know y'all seen him guard in National Marquette Day last year, 5 players in 1 possession. I can't do that. So that's all him.
I think Stevie's mentioned before, you guys have been experimenting with some lineups with him, you, and Sean. Just how much do you think we're going to see of that lineup, and what does that bring defensively? I mean, all 3 of you guys are pretty strong defensively.
I don't know. I just know that's a dog lineup. It's going to be scary for their opponents. And you got Sean on ball pest, Stevie on ball pest, and me. It's just going to be scary. That's all I got.
When you're on kind of the eve of a season like this, kind of what thoughts come to mind when you're about to start that long journey from now to marching for hopefully be all deep in April?
Honestly, it's just a process. Just trusting all of our work that we've been putting in this off season. We've been through some struggles and been through highs and lows, so I feel like it's all going to come out in the end eventually, and it's going to show what we've been doing when the lights haven't been on and nobody's been watching. So I feel like it's going to be a season that we create ourselves, write our own story.
Chase, what's it like to get respect this year? I know last year was like a lot of you guys felt overlooked, but now this year with the ranking and stuff, what's it like to actually get respect?
I feel like it's no different for me personally. I feel like we still have that chip on our shoulder. No matter the number beside our name and the respect that we've been getting, I feel like we still got something to prove. Like they're still talking about like the championship that UConn got in the Big East. This is our league, so I feel like we still got something to prove.
Talking about the respect and rankings, do you guys look at all those? Are you trying not to look at them, or do you have to look at them?
We see them, but we try not to just think about that. We go out and do what we need to do to win.
I asked Stevie about it, but Shaka, you could see in the open practice, he was all about practicing what he preaches. For you as a player, how does having your coach practicing what he preaches help you, motivate you to do better for him?
It just shows he's willing to put in the work that we're putting in. So, like you said, him doing push-ups on the side, it just shows he's willing to do all the things that we're doing as well while we're running. While he's not just sitting and watching us, he's doing it as well.
You guys got to go up against other teams in those closed-door scrimmages. What did you take away from that experience, and what did you learn about the team?
It just showed where we're at and what we need to improve. And honestly, I feel like we're at a good spot. So we'll see on Monday.
What did you talk about, with what you wanted to improve on as a team?
Honestly, we're just emphasizing our consistent talk, and then just being ready defensively.
I don't know how much you guys talk about kind of being the hunted instead of the hunters, but in the sense that when you're going to each of these games, especially in the Big East, is the thought kind of there that you'll be getting each team's best shot, whether they're here at Fiserv or you're on their home court?
Of course, we'll be getting every team's best shot. I mean, it comes with what we are as Marquette. So I feel like we're all ready for it. We're all ready for the punch. It's all about how many rounds can you last from the punch. So I feel like we'll be good.
What do you think your feelings are going to be like when you see them raise the banner of the Big East champion banner on Monday?
Honestly, I don't know. Me personally, I haven't experienced anything like that. So, I mean, I feel like it'll be very, very fun to watch and enjoyable for me, and just to see what I contributed to that, and as well as my teammates.
People are talking about you as kind of a breakout candidate for the seniors team. Where do you think you are now as opposed to when you started here as a freshman last season?
I think I've grown a lot. I don't know if y'all know, last year, I actually didn't think I was going to play at all. So, I mean, it's cool and all to say like I'm breakout, but I still have that chip on my shoulder that I had last year. So it's just all pretty good.
What did you learn from your experience playing, and what did you want to get better at for this season?
What I learned from it is it's all like, it all comes and goes and all that. What I just want to gain from it is just defensively, just staying solid, not gambling, offensively, play my game, trust my work that I've been doing this summer.